Hello everyone, I'm Nita Hone. I do 2 draft videos a week on my channel, and today it is time for one of those. I bring them out every Monday and Thursday in case you didn't know. And yeah, I'll be with you guys when this draft begins. Okay, well, Imminent Doom is not the rarity you want to open. It is not a very good card in Limited. It definitely seems like it could be fun, and in fact, as I'm recording this, the Pro Tour for our Devastation is going on, and there's at least one deck in the field in competitive constructed that's using Imminent Doom, but it definitely could be good in constructed where you can really build around it, but we can't here. I think we just take Ambuscade. This pack is not a super strong one, but Ambuscade is, I think, the best common in the set. Hash Up Oasis is pretty good. All of these deserts are pretty good, and I don't hate taking them early sometimes, but when I have like a premium removal spell, I do. Magmaroth is good if you're in a spell-heavy deck. I've had it be very good there. And so it wouldn't be a terrible first pick either. You do sort of, it's a narrow one, but so I think it's just Magmaroth, Ambuscade, and Hash Up Oasis that are the best cards in this pack, but we'll take Ambuscade. Okay, we got a Puncturing Blow here, which is quite good. Firebrand Archer's okay. Still have not really gotten on board with Merciless Eternal. Some people have liked it. I like Kenra Scrapper and I like Puncturing Blow. I think I'm going to take the Blow here. Yeah, it'll take another removal spell. Red-Green Ramp isn't a bad place to be. And we do get past an Oasis Ritualist. And I think that's pretty good. I think that's just what I take here. We do have some deserts, which are nice. Supreme Will's pretty good. Unsummon's fine. Torment of Venom's good. But we're going to take a Ritualist since we already seem to be in green. And hopefully it ends up being open enough to make that happen. Wildfire Eternal's not bad, but it's not great either. Feral Prowler's okay. I may just take Manticore Eternal here, though. Just red-green monsters. There's also a Lethal Sting, which is worth thinking about. But because I already have Puncturing Blow, I'm going to lean a little further towards Manticore Eternal here. I think it's better than Wildfire Eternal. It's been kind of underwhelming. It's, you usually only have like 2 or 3 spells in your deck that are worth casting just after it attacks and isn't blocked. And, because, like cards like Impeccable Timing and stuff usually aren't going to be that good. You have to have other stuff getting blocked somewhere. Okay, we got Dune Diviner, which is fine, but there's also Frilled Sandwalla, Firebrand Archer, and Harrier Naga, and I think all 3 of those are just better. For this particular deck, I think I probably want Harrier Naga. Yeah, let's take the Naga. The Archer is better in a spell-heavy deck, and I guess right now we do have 2 spells, but and it is a 2-drop, so when I'm in desperate need of 2 drops, even if I don't have a lot of spells, I'm happy to have it. So I would like some Sifter Worms, stuff like that. 6 and 7 drops since we have 1 Ritualist. There's good ones in the 3rd pack too, but like Rampaging Hippo would be good. Rampaging Hippos and Sifter Worms are what I really want to have happen to make this a good red-green deck, I think. And more Oasis Ritualists would be good too. Any kind of fixing and ramp will be good. Okay, well, there's a Sidewinder Naga and a Crash Through, but it's hard to not take the Sunscourge Champion here. It's just by far the best card in this pack. Naga's fine, but I think we take this. There's a chance that we don't end up in red-green. And it's just the best card in this pack. So we'll take it and see what happens, but we may end up being green-white or red-white for that matter. We'll just have to see. It's a great card. I like the design on all of these. Eternalizes that do stuff equal to their power. It's a pretty slick design where they do one thing. They do the same thing, but it's better when you eternalize them because they're bigger. And they're all good. Every creature that has that is good. It would be good even if it didn't do that, but it does. Okay. No green at all, so that's bad. There's a Gilded Ceradon and a Blur of Blades, though, both of which I like in basically any deck. I think I'm going to take the Ceradon, and we definitely want to get some deserts to make that work, but there's plenty of time for us to do that. Okay. White definitely looks more open, but Bitterbow Sharpshooters is good. But Solitary Camel, Vizier of the True, and Aven of the Enduring Hope are all good, or fine at least too. I already have one white card. White looks really open with those three in it. I think we want to jump into white. I'm not sure whether green or red will be my other color, but I do think jumping into white is wise if we're seeing three playable white cards. I'm going to take the Vizier. We definitely have to get some more Exert for that to be worth it. Well, here we're going to take a Sandwalla. So, you know, we could still end up not playing white at all. And here we'll take, I think, Firebrand Archer over Defiant Kenra. Yeah. And we'll take a really, really late Desert of the True here. We already have one card that cares about deserts. Yeah. We do need to get some Exert. And Oasis Ritualist does have Exert, incidentally. It's just not the most aggressive kind of Exert. So, not sure what we're going to be just yet. Right now, white does seem more open. Really late Desert of the True. We saw three white cards that I'm happy to have like all the time. Yeah, I guess we'll take Crash Through. Could be good if our deck is filled with creatures this size. I mean, and another Crash Through. He's Cutting Red and another Crash Through. You know, even though it's not the most playable card, it's actually better, I think, in the spells deck where it triggers a bunch of stuff and draws you a card, which is possibly another spell. Of course, you're going to give me Grind to Dust after... We're in like three colors here. You're going to give me Grind to Dust. Grind to Dust is the best card in this pack by a wide margin, but you have to be black-white for it to be that good. And I'm not sure that we can pull that off right now. I could take an early Desert, but I think Burning Fist Minotaur is good enough that I'm going to take it instead. I do like this Desert, but if we're lucky, we'll just get some more late white deserts. I'm just going to take the good 2-drop here. Better than Feral Prowler for sure, and Bitterbow Sharpshooters. Wow, look at that blue. These three cards are all pretty good. Okay, the blue in this pack, a Quenchable Thirst too. Blue players will be happy here. So we do have Feral Prowler, but I'm not sure we're playing green. We have Solitary Camel and Frontline Devastator, both of which are good, I think. I think I'm going to take the Devastator here. Yeah, we will. We do need some, like 5 or 6 Exert creatures, and then we'll be pretty happy. Oh. Well, there's Puncturing Blow, Dauntless Aven, a Desert, and Resolute Survivors, but I think I'm going to take the Survivors and really try to push this red-white deck now. That is pretty good reason to be in it. 3 mana, 3/3 with a bunch of extra text is nice. There's a green Desert, which I wouldn't mind. Magmaroth is okay. Not going to be great in our deck, though. So I think we either want Blur of Blades or Firebrand Archer. I do like the Blur. It's a good trick. Or a good way to just straight up kill something. But we do need 2s pretty bad if we're trying to be an aggro deck. 2 mana creatures, that is. Devotee of Strength is a pretty good green card, incidentally. We could still think about taking a card like it. But I don't think it's enough better than like Firebrand Archer and Blur of Blades to push me there just yet. Which do I want more? I think I'm going to take the Blur here. We could use removal. Especially if we're not playing Ambuscade. Okay. Here I think we take Dauntless Haven. I'm very tempted by Ronus' Stalwart and this Desert. But I think we just keep focused here. Our colors seem to be open enough. Hopefully. Well, maybe not. There's a Rampaging Hippo, which we wanted earlier. I could take Solitary Camel. Appeal to Authority is really good, but green-white doesn't really seem to be on the table. We would be red-green, probably. I think I'm going to take another Desert. We do have one Gilded Ceradon. Yeah, let's take another Desert. The Cycling Deserts are just good. Even in an aggro deck, I think they're good. Okay, and here's another payoff for having them, and we'll take it. A Solitary Camel. Well, there's Wildfire Eternal again. I might actually keep it now. I might actually play it, I mean. And there's a Dauntless Haven. I think I'd rather just have that. Okay, I think we just take another desert. Pretty happy with the number of deserts I have. We have the Ceradon and we have Solitary Camel, so having 3 is probably about right. Probably about right. I mean, I would take more if we see them. We haven't actually picked up a lot of red cards here other than 2 or 3. White has seemed more open this time, but that's fine. A ramp deck probably could have worked with what we saw in that second pack, but I think this deck's going to be pretty good. We only have 2 Exerters right now, but there's a lot more of them in the third pack, and they're all going to be worth extra in our deck because of the Vizier and the Resolute Survivors. Right, we're just going to take a 2-drop. Hopefully one we can cut if we pick up some Gust Walkers and the like. That's a really late Puncturing Blow that I will happily take. It's definitely a little clunky for an aggro deck, but it's still great. I mean, kills almost everything in the format that's not a hippo, speaking of hippos. So, yeah. And we have the Dauntless Havens, who are also add extra value to creatures with Exert. Crook of Condemnation isn't a bad sideboard card, and I don't think Magmaroth will make our deck, so I think I'm actually going to take the Crook. If you run into God Pharaoh's Gift or any number of disgusting graveyard things, that's the biggest one, though. Excuse me. If we run into that, it'll be nice to have on our sideboard. Okay. Foil land. Definitely take that. Full art land. Right, so what we really want here are Exerters. Oh, why? Should have been a ramp deck. We got Sandworm Convergence. This is a hard pack because we want Exerters like Talkrop Elite. We're going to be an aggro deck. We have tons of creatures, but there's also Magma Spray. Magma Spray is a great card in this format. It has gotten a little worse. There aren't quite as many X2s floating around, but there's enough of them. I think I'm going to take Magma Spray over Talkrop Elite and just hope we get more Exert. If our deck doesn't get more Exert, it's not like it won't pan out. It just won't be as powerful. Our deck will still be pretty good, but more Exert would be nice. Okay, no exerting here. We can take Pathmaker Initiate or Thresher Lizard. We could also think about Grasping Dunes, but I think we really want one of these two. I think I'd probably take the Lizard. Yeah, let's take the Lizard. Sparring Mummy, not so much. Oh, Trial of Solidarity. We're taking that. We need Exert. I know I said it, but Trial of Solidarity is one of the best cards in this format. And we have a lot of creatures. It's going to be great. We don't have any cartouches, and it's harder to pull off cartouche shenanigans now with only 1 pack of Amin kept, but it's still good. It's still going to be great. And we continue to not get Exerters. The white is just gone now, but we're going to take an Initiate. Might just not get there on Exert, but we'll take them all. Like from here on, I think hopefully the packs aren't going to have like Magma Spray and crap like that in them too. I don't think they will. Or Trial of Solidarity. Like you just can't pass those. They also make creatures with Exert better though. We have 4 payoffs basically for Exert now. 5. 2 Dauntless Havens, Trial of Solidarity, Resolute Survivors, and Vizier of the True. All say put as many cards of cycling in your deck as you can. So that's what we're going to try to do from here on. We definitely still need some playables because these are not creatures. These aren't spells. They're just going to take land slots. So we probably want to run 17 lands in this deck because we have 4 4s and 2 5s. So we only need 4 more playables, but I'm hoping we can get rid of Defiant Kenra, maybe even Firebrand Archer. It's not going to be great in our deck. That would be nice to get rid of those. No Exert. This is a great sideboard card, and I think I'm just going to take it. I could even think about mainboarding it, but there's so many problem artifacts like Edifice of Authority, just to name one. There's enough problem artifacts or enchantments that I'm frequently like, why don't I have Forsake the Worldly? And I'm not a big fan of Impeccable Timing. Mighty Leap's okay, but we're going to take the sideboard card here. I think it's a very good one. Well, crap. Oh, well. I like both of these cards. This has Exert, and I think that pushes it over the edge for us because we have enough cards that like Exert. But this pack is strong. Like Fanbearer, Unwavering Initiate, Cartouche of Zeal, and Battlefield Scavenger are all cards I want in my deck. I wish they'd been spread out a little more instead of all in a single pack. I think I'm going to take the Scavenger. We just have enough reasons to like exerting that I think we're taking it. Okay, Spearmaster we're going to take. I don't normally love it. It's one of the more mediocre exerters, but for reasons I just mentioned, we're going to take it. Temet and Enigma Drake are both good, but not in this deck. Hazoret's Favor is bad. Bloodlust Insider could be good in our deck. We do seem to be one of those super aggro decks that you can make in this format. A little less frequently than you could in Triple Amonkhet, but it can still happen. Do I want a Thresher Lizard or a Bloodlust Insider more? I think I'm going to take the Lizard. Come on, we're still getting playables, but like I think we may have gotten all the Exert we're going to get now. We passed too much Exert. I'm going to take Grasping Dunes here. We may actually play it with our other 3 deserts. We're definitely not like in need of playing another desert. Blazing Volley is a reasonable sideboard card, so I think I'm going to take it over Mighty Leap. I usually find myself citing that in at least once. Gideon's Intervention's okay, but I probably just want Brute Strength. Yeah. I just want Brute Strength. I probably won't play either of them, I guess, but Pursue Glory. Yeah, we did not get as many Exert cards as I would have liked to in that last pack. But that's okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. I think we just have 4. But I think our deck's still a good aggro deck. It's still got, nice early game plays. It can pump our whole Trial of Solidarity. Our creatures are just all very efficient. We got some nice removal, and we have some big guys at the top that I don't mind having at all. And we have some deserts. Do I want to run Grasping Dunes? I do think it's a pretty good, like running one colorless desert is usually okay as long as you run 8 and 8. So these are sort of white because we need white to cycle them, but they also are white sources, so it's not perfect. We can sort of put that there too. Yeah, I think we just go for 8 and 8. I think having the dunes is worth it. Could be a little dangerous going that far, actually. It might just be better to do 9 and 7. We don't actually have any like 2-drops. All our 2-drops are red. So yeah, let's do that. I think that's a little bit better. Oh. Wait a second. I don't need these 3 of these. That's what happened here. Yeah, we have the 3 deserts, Desert of the Trues. So yeah, we have 7 white sources and 8 red sources, and I think that's fine. We don't have any double white. I think this is double white Eternalized, but that's it. All right, well, seems like a fun aggro deck. I'll see you guys in the first match. All right, we're looking at the first match of an Hour of Devastation draft. Our opponent is deciding whether or not they want to play first. I'm pretty sure they do. Not really a reason not to in this format, at least most of the time. I think this is a keep, even though we don't have a 2-drop. We have both our colors, and we have 2 different 3-drops, and they're both pretty reasonable 3-drops. One of them is very good, even in Sunsports Champion. So I feel okay about this as a keep. I would like to draw some of our 2s if we can. We get 2 draw steps to try to do it, so at least we have that going for us. But yeah, some deserts would be good, or a desert at least. I guess I don't need more than 1. Hey, we drew a 2-drop. How about that? That is pretty lucky for us. Yeah, we'll play Firebrand Archer on turn 2, and then probably the champion. It'll just depend what our opponent does. The champion is just a real pain to trade with and stuff, just because, you know, the opponent knows it's coming back later. The opponent is also red-white. They're probably a more aggressive deck than ours, but maybe, you know, ours is pretty aggressive. We just didn't get as much exert as I would have liked. Well, they're cycling a Desert Ceradon, so it's actually kind of a good sign for us, for how aggressive their deck is. I mean, you don't usually really want to be running a bunch of cyclers in the red-white deck. If you're aggressive, you're not always going to be. You can actually, I mean, theoretically build a red-white control deck. Say you get both the sweepers in red and white. Well, there's a sweeper. They're both hours, whatever they are. Oh, that's obnoxious. Okay. Gideon it is. I can't remember if I have Gideon's defeat. I hope I do. Yeah, they're just going to prevent the damage. And it's all damage. It's not even combat damage. So the damage I would get from playing a non-creature spell won't matter. I'm actually tempted to play the Minotaur Sure Shot because it can hit harder. I think I will play it. Yeah, Gideon on turn 3 is not fun. No reason to attack. I'm guessing they're going to drop this. They're going to use the Gideon effect on this time, but that'll allow me to attack it with Firebrand Archer, hopefully, and play Frontline Devastator. Unfortunately, Afflict is life loss, so I can't redirect it to Gideon. Yeah. That's what they do. A desert would go a long way to helping us kill Gideon because it would make Gilded Ceradon make things unblockable. Yeah, well, we're definitely attacking. So I think we will, and we're going to attack Gideon. Opponent probably just trades, but I'm kind of okay with that trade. So yeah, I'm going to attack Gideon at the Trials. They may just take it. They may decide that dropping us to 3 loyalty is not a big deal. And they might be right. But we will play Frontline Devastator now. Having 2 creatures who can pump themselves is pretty nice here, because he can only prevent damage from one of them. Especially if I can draw a non-creature spell or something to do additional damage with Firebrand Archer. I mean, Gideon's interesting because he really isn't the most powerful of Planeswalkers. He doesn't just snowball the game and win it for you. He just sort of creates a mini game where you kind of have to deal with him because your opponent can make an emblem with him that makes it so they don't lose the game. So if you don't kill him when you can kill him, it's going to make it so you just can't win in the late game. But he's not just going to, from his power, from what he brings alone, going to win you the game. He just makes your opponent, in our case, which is in our case is us, he makes us have to find a way to deal damage, enough damage to him. So, all right, so we're going to attack with the Archer and the Sure Shot. I'm pretty sure he's got a way of killing my Sure Shot. I could be wrong. The fact that he didn't use... didn't do something to it initially is a good indication of that, because I could have blocked with it and he attacked into it. So yeah, I'll attack with both. Seems like Sandblast is likely. I don't imagine our opponent's just going to let us kill Gideon here. We probably just play Gilded Ceradon now. We just want to keep playing these big threats. Because it really makes my opponent have to contribute resources to trying to keep Gideon alive in a way that is more beneficial for us, I think. Yeah, they got Sandblast or a Combat Trick. Sandblast it is. We do kill their Aven, though, and we're going to play another big creature. And so we're going to continue to make Gideon unhappy here. Gilded Ceradon. So it's really just like a different game right now. It's like I have to kill Gideon. I have to keep putting pressure on my opponent so I can try to kill Gideon. And if I don't, I'll lose in the long run. And so far, I feel like we're doing okay. Yeah, you can prevent damage from that. Opponent may still have Sandblast, another one, or something. They're also stuck on 3 lands, which has been nice-ish for us. I mean, they're a red-white deck, so most of their cards cost less than that anyway, but... Alright, so... Frontline Devastator is going to attack Gideon. So our opponent could have Sandblast, and the annoying thing in this case is that we have to... They might make us put mana into it ahead of time. No, he's doing something else. Jeru's whatever to tap my guys. That's how it's happening here. Seems like that's what's happening here. Yeah, that's what's happening. All right. Gideon continues to exist, but now I'm going to play Sunscourge Champion and Dauntless Aven, and continue to try to kill Gideon. Where's that desert? If we get a desert, like, Gideon's just really dead. This can still attack even if it can't do damage, so... Blur of Blades, alright. Yeah, I think that's basically him telling me that Gideon is done. Which is good. There's not much they could do with 1 mana right now that can keep me from killing Gideon. Oh, that's nice. Alright. So, I think I just attack Gideon into this. I mean, attack Gideon with both of these, and I have to pump the Devastator. We'll just do that. And that should be the end of Gideon. Please tell me that's the end of Gideon. Yeah. They could have had Gideon's defeat, I guess. That would have been something, but nobody mainboards that. They shouldn't really. So now we're going to play Defiant Kenra, and we're going to end our turn. And now I think we should be able to win this thing. Gideon definitely slowed this game down a bunch. Solitary Camel, huh? Well, everybody, attack. Probably kills my Devastator, but, you know, Afflict is a thing, so it's not really going to... The life my opponent gains isn't going to be a big deal. And now we're going to play the Eternal. But yeah, our opponent, definitely being stuck on 3 lands has been good for us. They weren't able to build their board up as much as they could have, like playing 2 creatures a turn or something like that. And yeah, we're just going to win in the end. No, we do not have Gideon's defeat. We have Blazing Volley. We saw 1 Dauntless Aven. I don't know if that's enough of a reason for me to bring it in. I don't think it is. Crook of Condemnation doesn't seem that good here. Forsake the Worldly does not either. So we have some good sideboard stuff, but none of it seems useful. So, yeah. Not in this matchup. I think this hand's a keep. You know, it's not awesome, but it's fine. You know, Grasping Dunes we can sort of look at as a spell, especially because we saw some X1s in the last game. We can even kill some stuff with it. We actually have deserts this time, so if we get some of our payoffs, we'll be a little better off than in the last game. All right, and we were lucky there. We drew a 3-drop, so we can go 2, 3, 4, which makes the hand we kept look a lot better than if we'd like drawn another land there. And going 2, 3, 4 is pretty good. Now I can loot every turn. or it's actually rummaging technically every turn. If my Aven's allowed to stay in play anyway, I'll be able to. I'll probably will play the Aven next. Could be eating a Blur of Blades, but... And maybe that's reason enough to play the Lizard instead, I guess. Depending on what my opponent does. Probably will exert this turn, honestly. If I can attack into... Oh, God, Gideon. Turn 3 Gideon again. Okay, I think we definitely play a flyer now because... yeah, we play a flyer because it's evasive damage against Gideon, and that's pretty good. So we'll play our flyer. And we could loot here, but it doesn't really seem worth it. Or rummage, I keep saying loot. Gideon. Making my life difficult. And they got 4 lands this time. That's already more than they got the whole last game, so... But we have plenty more creatures coming. I feel pretty good about that. Now I think I definitely do rummage. Like if my opponent doesn't play any permanents here, any creatures here, I think rummaging is a really good idea because I can do it every turn if I want to. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We may as well attack before we do anything else. And I will discard a mountain. We're just going to attack them with that because we'll untap our friend here. Drop Gideon to 3 loyalty. Oh, nope, no, we're not. They're going to kill him with Sandblast probably. Yeah. Oh, no, they killed that with Sandblast. Interesting. We still get to untap him. We still get to do 2 damage to Gideon. And yeah, we'll discard a mountain. We draw Ceradon, which ironically we can't play next turn unless we draw a land. Do we play another Dauntless Haven? I don't think so. It's tempting to continue to rummage, but I think I'd rather just play the Devastator here. Our opponent's deck really seems like, granted, they were stuck on 3 mana, but it really seems really like a control deck almost, like all about Gideon. Like we didn't see them play a whole lot of creatures in that last game. You know, it was just Gideon really trying to make the game go long, basically. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, they could have stuff like Sandblast, of course. So this time I'm not going to exert. I'd rather just play this Desert of the True than cycle it also. So I'm going to attack Gideon of the Trials, drop him to 2 loyalty. Then I think I play Dauntless Haven. Having another evasive damage source seems pretty good, but maybe I just want a 3/2 because that 3 damage will be enough to kill Gideon next turn. Yeah, let's play the 3/2, I guess. 3/2 it is. Next turn we can play the Ceradon, so. Alright, is a dude actually coming down now to stop my dudes? Nope, because I have Grasping Dunes. So we're going to kill Gideon here. Oh, never mind. Now we're not going to kill Gideon. Still might use Grasping Dunes, but maybe not. Yeah. That's a problem. I think we just play Gilded Ceradon here and pass. Making this unable to block will really open the floodgates for us, especially because we also have Grasping Dunes if we decided to use it anyway. But yeah, having to pass is not great when your opponent has a Planeswalker in play. That's for sure. We need to draw some of our removal. I mean, it's been great that we've had this like endless stream of creatures in both games, don't get me wrong, but removal would be good. I'm hoping the Ceradon will make this unable to block. That's my goal here. What else you got? Okay, that's also an obnoxious blocker, but not as much of a problem. Yeah, it has vigilance, basically, so they can get in for 3 and not really be worried. Yep. Ouch. So I could put the counter on Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs. If I do, I might do it in my second main phase, I guess. Does our opponent have Sandblast? Let's find out. Let's find out. Are you going to tap my creatures? That would be really bad for us if they have Jero's Renunciation. Okay. So we'll attack Gideon with everything. No exerting, though. And we'll make Dauntless Haven unable to block. So, this won't be able to block. These two can't block and kill anything. Our opponent may have Sandblast here for our Ceradon, though. Which means this will be the only swing we get with the unblockable part. It may just be impeccable timing, which would still work, I guess, if he blocks with his Warrior. Or he could use it to kill the Devastator. There's several different things our opponent could be doing here. Even a combat trick, like +2/+2 on this and can block 2 creatures would be pretty nice for our opponent. It would kill one of these and just prevent damage from 2 creatures. Okay, I'm not sure what just happened. Opponent tapped the mana. I wonder if they were trying to cast Jero's Renunciation too late. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, if this gets through, it kills Gideon. Oh, that nonsense. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to kill the wall, I'd say. But Gideon gets to continue to live. Yep. So 4, 7, 9. Yeah, we are going to kill the wall. Yeah. Wait a second. Why did the wall not die? Damage is technically redirected. The wall needs to die. The damage was what? Wait a second. Oh, I screwed up. No, I didn't, because this 3, and this 2 are all hitting this wall now. Should be, because it's all damage. Yeah, it's all damage is redirected. Yeah, okay, good. I was we still get a 2 for none there, but Gideon gets to try to do some stuff, I guess. Yeah. So I think we play Solitary Camel and also Dauntless Haven here. This is a very similar game to last game, except our opponent is not mana screwed. They also have Sheffet Dunes, which they had last game, but it doesn't do a whole lot for them right here. Oh god, what are they playing? Angel of the God Pharaoh. Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. My Thresher Lizard will be a 4/4. Who are you targeting? Oh, Gideon just made the emblem. Okay. Yeah, you get in for 3. I think putting the counter on the angel seems pretty good. And making the Aven unable to block seems pretty good. Because if I make this a 3/3, it is dead to the majority of my creatures who are going to be attacking. And I mean, I guess I can again wait till the second main phase to do that. Yeah, we could see what happens and then decide if we want to put the counter somewhere. Because, well, I guess I'd actually rather do it now because it keeps my Gilded Celadon alive if I do it now. So yeah, we'll do it now. Right, and we will attack with these 4 guys in the middle. The 2 on the right are not going to be attacking, and everyone's attacking Gideon. And Celadon will make the Avon unable to block. Gideon is most likely just dead. I don't see our opponent. Our opponent shouldn't block here because Gideon's dead like multiple different ways. And they would just be losing permanence too if they do block. But I do want to make sure Gideon's dead, especially because my opponent has the emblem now. So we will gain 3 life. So there's that. You know, double block, that's cool with me. I just was, yeah, I mean, I guess it's pretty good because this is a 3-2 and I only have, this is like the only thing I have that can attack through it, but that still seems, yeah, I would wait to do it. For sure. Because right now you can hold on to your permanence, just have Gideon die, and you're not in that bad a shape. I do get another swing with my Celadon, which I guess is kind of problematic, but I think we're just going to unload our hand here, as our opponent has done. Probably worth holding on to lands because we do have this in play. That's aggressive. Okay. Attack for 6. Wonder if our opponent has like a Wrath. That would suck. We don't even have our Sunscourge champion in play, which would make me feel a little bit better about our opponent playing a Wrath. Wow. Maybe they just wanted to be aggressive? I don't know. They must have something in their hand. We are about to find out if they do. I'm going to attack. I might as well exert, actually. Yeah, because I get to draw the card either way. And yeah. And I can untap this, so the exert won't really have the negative effect it can potentially have. So Celadon will make Dauntless Avon unable to block. Dauntless Avon will untap Battlefield Scavenger. And we draw another land. And we make that unable to block. Is our opponent just dead? And just wanted to get in for some more damage at the end there? Pretty much. That was very aggressive of our opponent to swing with that angel last turn. And our solitary camel makes sure that it's pretty hard for us to die. What did our opponent draw, though? Hour of Devastation. No, just pumping their creatures. Yeah, they're just trying to do extra damage. Damage us as much as possible. If the camel had not gained us 6 life that it had gained us, we would be dead here. Exactly dead. So, thank God for the camel. Yeah, I was going to say, just in case everything goes horribly wrong, I probably should rummage again, so... although I probably would have wanted to play my land. But, yep, we won our first match, and hopefully we can win the next one, too. All right, going into the second match now of an Hour of Devastation draft, and this is a pretty good hand. Got nice removal. We got a 2-drop and a 3-drop. So, curving out would be nice. Drawing a 4. Can we do it? Can we draw 4? Right, I may be looting next turn. If I draw another land, I probably will rummage next turn. Depends what my opponent does to some extent, but... now maybe I don't, since my opponent didn't play, like, anything that can block. Our opponents have controlled that, clearly. And I think just getting in for the damage will be worth it, probably. And being able to swing for 2 again next turn as well. So, Sure Shot or Lizard? I think I'm going to play the Lizard. It can hit harder with less mana invested into it. So, probably a Sandblast or something in my opponent's hand. Alright, well, we're going to attack into said Sandblast for impeccable timing. Yep, Sandblast. Opponent goes to 16. I think I'm going to play the Camel now. Leave mana up for Magma Spray. Okay. That's obnoxious, because it'll allow my opponent to just, like, kill something. If I cast Magma Spray on it, he's just going to kill this in response, and I 2-for-1 myself. But if I don't cast Magma Spray on it, he can block my Camel with it, although I do have Blur of Blades. Should I Magma Spray? Wish my opponent didn't have mana untapped. It costs only 1, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna... Okay. Well, we're gonna play this Archer first. Probably just going to be worth Magma Spraying more than it's going to be worth... I should attack first, though, because I think I don't want to loot, I guess. No, never mind. Yeah, let's just Magma Spray. Drops our opponent to 15. He's going to kill my Scavenger. Yeah. It's going to suck if our opponent has a way to get that freaking thing back, because... he sacrificed in response, so it didn't get exiled by Magma Spray. What is this? Oh, God. That's pretty gross. Okay, well, we are going to attack with our Camel because we can use Blur of Blades to take it down the rest of the way. I'm sure my opponent just takes it, though, yeah. They do just take it. God, this is not good. Dealing with an Archfiend is very scary. If our opponent has a card that is cycling, we're just dead, pretty much. It's going to be very hard for us to rebuild. And they do. So, goodbye, Archer, and the other 2 guys get quite small. Archfiend. Well, they didn't have another card with cycling. That works for me. Okay. Well, we're going to attack with both our creatures and then play our Ceradon, I think. Now that we have a desert. We also have lifelink now. So that's not too bad. Okay. I'm not going to pump him. I'm just going to drop my opponent to 7 and go up to 17. And then I'm going to play Gilded Ceradon, which will make it a little harder for my opponent to decide what to do. He's going to draw a card. My Camel is dead if he cycles something. But these 2 won't be. We're still in trouble, though. I mean, we don't have enough direct damage. Gravedigger. Okay, getting back to Punisher, which is messed up. That's messed up, man. Where do you put that? Do you just kill my Camel? It'd be tempting to just kill the Camel, because you can kill the Camel and then also kill this next turn. That's probably what I would do. Even though he's at 7, he's not in any real danger. He is going to put it there, though. Okay. That does make it so Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs... yeah. I'm going to cycle this. That's not too bad. We can't play it yet. I would have liked a way to kill this Archfiend. If we could kill the Archfiend, we'd be in much better shape. And we do have ways of doing it. We just haven't drawn them. All right, so I am going to attack with everything. I'm going to make Archfiend unable to block. Seems very unlikely my opponent would block. Okay, so Blur Blades doesn't really... Well, I can kill both his creatures if I use the Blur. So I guess I should. Also drop my opponent a little bit lower. Alright, so those are both dead. My dude's also dead. My opponent goes to 4. We go to 16. And we need some stuff. Something to push us over. This champion will... Oh, God. Okay. All the cycling is making me very sad. Funny thing is, like, our opponent already had a bunch of cycling, you know, because you can't start the draft at this anymore and be like, I'm just going to take everything that has cycling. That used to be a possibility, but... yeah. Do I just kill the camel? I don't really see a reason to right this second. I'm gonna hold on to this land though, so I have something to discard if the camel does die. We've gained a lot of life this game. That has been useful. All right, opponent drew their last card with the pyramid. We are just going to take 5 to our face. Definitely want a second plane so I can use Eternalize. So if I attack with this... I think it is worth killing the camel here. We do give up our mountain, but I think I'm okay with that. Doesn't mean we don't have something to discard to our champion, but... They gotta have Sandblast or something. They wouldn't have left themselves this open, I don't think, if they didn't. Well, maybe they do. They don't, I mean. We're gonna drop them to 2 here. Where's our second Blur Blades? Oh, yeah, cycling. Yeah, that's a thing. Right. So much cycling. Yeah, okay. Now I think we're pretty much screwed. We needed to kill that Archfiend a long time ago. Puncturing Blow or Struggle is basically what we need. Yeah, we're dead. All right. That was painful. Yeah, we have 2 Puncturing Blows. We don't have Struggle in this deck. Things all run together sometimes when you draft a bunch. We do have 2 Puncturing Blows, though. That's basically our only way to deal with that. No. Nope. Again, we have 3 good sideboard cards, which isn't always what I end up with. But none of them matter in this particular matchup. Just need to draw Puncturing Blow this time. I think this is another keep. It's not as good as our last one was, but because we can rummage, it's going to be a little better than it looks, I think. Where was Trial of Solidarity when we needed it to like finish that game? Yeah, so we'll play Scavenger. No 2-drop from our opponent again. Yeah, now I don't think we do loot. We don't really need to. I think we play Thresher Lizard again. It's very similar to our last game. Pathmaker Initiate would have been nice in that last one too. At least before big scary dude came down. I'll play Thresher Lizard. In my turn, he's cycling probably. Maybe. Not really sure what else it could be for 2 mana. Yeah, it's just cycling Unburden. God, this seems familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I think I play my survivors and just attack with both my creatures here. And exert the Scavenger. Yeah, that's the plan here. Ooh, good. Puncturing Blow. And we have the mana for it already, so if we see frickin' our friend Archfiend this time, we can kill it, at least. So at least there's that. Camel time. Okay. There's our desert. Well, I think we attack with Resolute Survivors. I will just discard this desert if my opponent blocks. Yeah, they do not. And because they didn't, I think now I just play this desert. Yeah, we'll play this one. And then I'm going to play Sure Shot. Play your Archfiend. Play your Archfiend. Bring it into play, and we'll just kill it and basically win the game, I think. If our opponent taps out here and then we just blow up the creature they just played, it's pretty hard to come back from. Play any 5-drop here, it's going to be hard for them to come back from. We can kill basically every 5-drop in the format with Puncturing Blow, so. Okay, well, that'll work. I'm not going to feel quite as good about killing it because that's the card that completely destroyed us in the last game. Oh. So that would do 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, not enough. Be something good to play on a future turn, though. So we're going to go Puncturing Blow and just attack with everything. Discard Pathmaker Initiate. Yeah, he's going to block that. Go to 8. So we can play the Vizier and exert this next turn, which my opponent only plays 1 blocker, means they're taking 6. That's annoying. Banewhip Punisher comes back again. Freaking Banewhip Punisher. Punishing me. Okay. Well. So I'm going to exert Resolute Survivors here and get in for 5? 5. It'll be 5. No, it'll be 6 from the drain from the Survivors. Yeah, we'll do it. Oh, it's already targeting it because it's the only creature my opponent has. Alright, we have them lower this time. They're within range of Blur of Blades this time. They're probably going to play their Archfiend and Cycle this turn now. I feel it. They still have a Camel in their hand. I think Blur of Blades is the only way we have to do direct damage, right? We don't have Ramen Up Ruins or something. I don't think we have any. We just have 3 of these and Grasping Dunes. I don't think we have any of the uncommon cycle from Hour of Devastation. Torment of Venom. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That does make sense. Yeah, if they play their Camel here, it's not easy for me to attack. That is not what I wanted to see. He's going to have to block both my creatures, though. Yeah, so don't we just win? Yeah, so we're going to attack and exert. Oh no, -1 counter. God, forgot about that. Man, I just screwed myself. He can kill my my Minotaur. Yeah. And I also just lost my Vizier. And I lose the card in my hand. Which is luckily just a land, but should have thought that through a little more. That Banewhip Punisher has been brutal because our opponent's just like, I'm going to bring it back every way I can. Okay, just give me Blur of Blades. Come on. Ooh, we probably do want Blazing Volley. That's enough to want it. Okay, lands. I don't need you right now. If we have a game 3, we probably do bring in Blazing Volley. He's got Camel and these 2. And we saw another one in the last game. Another X1, a different one. So we're going to take 5 to our face. Gravedigger is going to bring back Banewhip Punisher. Opponent's deck is sweet with all that graveyard value. Don't give me a land. Awesome. Good time to flood out. It's not looking promising here. We got to draw Blur of Blades. That's basically all that can win us the game, I think. Ooh. And now that can't even do it. So we drew 4 lands in a row there at the end. Well done, us. Yeah, we just... If it was going to be 5, 6. Okay, then Sunscorch Champion. But, yeah, that was rough. We almost killed in both games, but our opponent managed to stabilize and destroy us. Probably because I made a really stupid attack in the second game. But given what happened and all the lands we drew, in the end it looked like we were going to lose anyway. But I would have had a much better chance if I hadn't made that stupid attack. So we lose that one. And I'll see you guys in the next match. All right, we're going into the third match of an Hour Devastation draft. I think this is a hand we have to send back. Finally, we shared Trial of Solidarity, but it's in this hand. We're on the draw, and our opponent also mulligans, so I don't feel too bad about mulliganing. Okay, I think we keep this one. Do we have a Plains on top? Just give me a Plains on top. That would make me feel a lot better. We do. We don't have any 2-drops, which is kind of crappy, but we have 3 drops all over the place, so that's good. That's good. That is good. Here's our Plains. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have too aggressive of a start, or we may be in for some trouble. Kind of hoping they'd skip their 2-drop. And that is in fact an aggressive one. Sunscorch Champion will help get me back some life at least, but opponent's probably splashing something since Arriving Survivor's Encampment, running it, or they may just be running cards that care about deserts, like the Naga Sidewinder they're probably about to play. Nope, Hope Tender. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna play Sunscorch Champion here. Go up to 20. could block Hope Tender if it attacks. I won't be able to block Ronus' Stalwart if he exerts it. I guess my Thresher Lizard will be able to, at least. He could have access to a ton of mana here, though, if he needs it. If he wants to just ramp into something. Yeah, Ambuscade. All right. At least I can bring that back. If I draw Plains here, I'll be pretty happy. That's probably just what I would do. Let's just bring it back. I need the Plains to do it, though. Nope. Okay, so I think we play Sure Shot now because it can at least block the Hope Tender, but we're not in good shape here. Opponent is a very aggressive red-green deck. All 2-drops and Ambuscades, probably, basically, which is a good deck. God. And Open Fire. Yeah, they just have removal to really keep their foot on the gas pedal. Oh, good. We did draw Plains. I don't really want to discard anything now. I shouldn't have played that land last turn, I guess. We're going to discard one of our Thresher Lizards. We go back up to 15, and we have a large blocker now, so that's good. Puncturing Blow now is probably what our opponent has. Oh, God. Nope, Struggle. It wasn't Puncturing Blow, I was wrong. I'm glad we did that when we could, though, because our opponent could have made us shuffle that back into our library. Yeah, they're all the 2-drops ever, basically. That's what they have. Ugh. I would like to draw a 2-drop so I could actually play something else other than this Thresher Lizard. Yeah, we're just so far behind. Like, we just can't play more than one creature a turn, and our opponent's just removing everything we do play anyway. We basically have to trade here, and I think I'll trade with one of these and take 4. Opponent probably has a trick. Well, apparently not. Oh, their hand's empty. That's good to know. And now we can actually play 2 things. Both of our Dauntless Havens. Opponent will be able to exert here, and we'll block Hope Tender with the Aven. I'm assuming they're going to exert here, which probably means we have to use Puncturing Blow next turn on it. We can wait a turn on it, though, thanks to exert, but yeah. Aven blocks this. We go to 4. We got off for all that life we gained. Yeah, we can wait a turn. But, well, yeah, we're still not dead, even if our opponent has a way to untap it. Unless it's an untap and a pump spell on their turn. Yeah, I guess we should just use Puncturing Blow here. We just should. We can start looting every turn if we end up with extra lands or whatever. We're going to attack. And it'll untap itself. Boom, we did some damage, that's right. And we'll play our Scavenger as well, which will allow us to loot. So if we start flooding here, we're in okay shape. Man, why don't I have a desert? So yeah, we're going to attack with both and exert the Scavenger. This is going to be something we just have to block unless we hit removal here. Oh, if I exert, I have to discard. Yeah, never mind. I'm just going to attack with both. I don't really want to discard the Camel. All right. We need some life. Devotee of Strength is a big problem. I'm trying to decide if I'd rather block it with my Camel or my Scavenger, basically. The Scavenger can draw us into some action if we start flooding. And the Camel can gain us life, but I think I'm going to block with the Camel. I think being able to try to find a removal spell is going to be better here than... We do make him tap 5 mana here if he wants to keep his Devotee alive. So there's that. I guess I could have double blocked it. I should have double blocked it, huh? Yeah, probably. If I double blocked it, it would have been dead, and my opponent would have had to tap the 5 mana, so... Naga Vitalist, okay. Alright, now we are going to loot. Yeah, this is a problem. My opponent having 2 creatures is a big problem because it means he can just pump whatever with it. So I really need to draw a removal spell here. I guess that keeps me alive technically. Doesn't feel great though. He has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I think I double block the Devotee like I should have last turn if I have that opportunity. It looks like I will. And take like bunch from drop to 1 if he attacks with his Vitalist here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we've got to double block him. Should have done it last turn. Losing my Resolute Survivor certainly hurts more than losing a camel. I could have single blocked it there, which I guess would have been okay-ish. So all he's left with is a Vitalist, and all I'm left with is a Dauntless Aven. Yeah. So it is dead. Blue is what they're splashing. Okay, that's not bad. A creature right now is pretty good, and especially one that can tap a blocker every turn is pretty good. Drop our opponent to 8. Play a creature who can attack on this board without even exerting, so that's good. That doesn't look good. This does not look good. Rampaging Hippo. That is not what you want to see. We can't even, like, kill that thing. I think we're pretty much dead because our... Oh, I did play it. I was trying to cycle that, as you may have noticed, and I accidentally clicked play. Go me. Yeah, we're just dead. Are we? We attack for... We have 3 toughness. We can technically survive for 1 more turn, but we can't even double block and trade with that, so what's the point? The Vitalist will just kill us. What were we going to draw? That actually would have been okay, because we could have double blocked and traded with it if I'd actually cycled that. And then we would have had some chance. That was bad. Bad, bad. Oh, I should have brought this in my last matchup, I just realized. Okay. This deck would have been so good if we actually picked up more exerters. I mean, we've been doing some exert shenanigans, but not as much as I would like. And we haven't gotten our Trial of Solidarity at all, which is messed up. God, these hands. I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, this is better. We do need red, but it's on top of our library, right? No. Maybe this isn't that much better. We do have a lot of mountains, though, so I feel reasonably confident we'll draw one. Well, we drew all our 2 drops. Why did our opponent have to draw a Hippo there? What was that about? God, I wish I had Magma Spray mana right now. Crap. This is not a fun way to lose. No, it is not. I'll take any land at this point. God. Trial of Strength. Yeah, we might just be dead real fast here. Mountain, 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 mountain. Saltiness is real. Feels good. Now you're going to play Rampaging... No, you can't play Rampaging Hippo. You're going to play something with your Vitalist, I would think. Maybe. They're afraid I had impeccable timing, I guess. That's why they didn't attack with their Vitalist. No, they are going to use mana. There's a mountain. I knew I had some of those in my deck. I think we play... God, what do we play? It's like... I think we play the champion. It can block decently, and it'll give me some life. I can trade with the beast token. Can we actually get back in this game if we draw a few more lands? I don't know. Probably not. It's always bad when you're mana screwed and then your opponent has removal for when you finally do resolve something. That always hurts. Okay, I have a bit of a chance here still because I can do this. Gain some life back. God, I don't really want to discard anything. I guess it's the Kenra. Go back to 14. We have a 4/4 who can effectively block a lot of stuff. Oh god, what's our opponent doing? Struggle? Seems a little too late for struggle. It's also not an instant. So they were just cycling. That's what they were doing. Can we get back in this one? This deck has definitely underperformed. I mean, we almost killed a lot of people. Couldn't quite get over that hump. There was certainly some bad luck and some misplays involved in that, but it still feels like it underperformed. Okay, I think I blocked the Sure Shot. I can Magma Spray the token. Make him put some mana into the Sure Shot to make it kill this. Seems pretty solid. Means he won't be able to do much else this turn. Because just to produce another red mana, he has to actually tap his creature and Survivor's Encampment. So, oh, or no, he doesn't. He still had to tap his creature, but not the encampment. All right, you are dead. Okay. I'm gonna go with Magma Spray. I guess the Minotaur would have been a good blocker for that, but play Resolute Survivors. We're actually, you know, not completely dead since we finally drew the lands we needed. And certainly our internalized creature played a large role in getting us back to where we needed to be. One to the face. And our opponent can draw like a million cards with that. Kind of need a puncturing blow at some point, but I don't think I have the time to do it right this second. Okay, well now that they can't draw a card in response, I might just cast Puncturing Blow. Okay. No. I think I play Burning Fist Minotaur here and leave up mana for Blur of Blades and also to threaten pumping my Minotaur. Because if he attacks with this, I can cast Blur of Blades on it and block it with my Minotaur. I am probably taking like 4 here. But we'll just have to see. All right, what you gonna do? Okay, Blur Blades will probably be good here. We are taking at least 5 though. But I think I'm planning on killing this with Blur Blades plus blocking with my Minotaur. I'd also double block this, but that doesn't seem worth it. think it's better to do that. Does my opponent have an answer? Might have to use Puncturing Blow on this thing. Oh god, they have an answer. Trick on this would kill us. Well, not that trick, but that still blows us out really hard. We go to 2. Not a pretty draft. I think our actual draft went all right. It wasn't as good as I would hope, but our things have gone pretty ugly for us in the actual draft other than our first match, and we're just dead. So, not the best performance. I do think our deck was a pretty reasonable aggro deck. I think it showed that to us when it did well, and it did well consistently enough that it felt like a reasonable deck. But, yeah, not well enough. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget my content is sponsored by 5colorcombo.com. You can go to their website and use my discount code NITZAHONE5 for a 5% discount there.